history, you'll know that karate, to be accepted as a proper do, a proper way, had to fall in line with the concepts that had been established in kendo and judo and all the other formal systems of training and ranking. It had to fall into that pattern to be accepted as a proper martial art. So it was changed a lot. A lot of what happened was the stances got longer. Kata became practiced as an individual thing, where you just practice against the empty air, and the secret meanings, the secret hidden moves within the katas that made them dangerous were not taught. The theory is, and I'll explain this very simply, the body is covered with certain points which, if you hit them on their own, have some effect, but if you hit them in combination, have a bigger effect. And sometimes the effect's very dramatic. It's to knock people unconscious. It's to kill them. Now the katas, the secrets of the katas, were only based on this. Even the wrestling and the grappling and the throwing did it the way they knew was most effective, which was by using the weakest parts of the human body, not the strongest. That would be crazy. So, and I'll let go of your hand because people might think about it. People might imagine, this is just me speaking, but some of you have a copy of the Bubishi, and you'll notice that the Bubishi tells you quite straightforwardly that the unarmed combat techniques are based on striking the vital points. It's not me saying it, it's historical knowledge. What has been lost in the Japanese art is how to do it, because most of the Japanese senseis do not know this. And as soon as you see them doing kata bunkai, you know they don't know it. And I'm not trying to be rude to anybody. I think there are some of the... I have most respect for some of the Japanese instructors, and I've learned so much from them, but I'm not blind. I know that most of them do not understand this part, because they were never taught it by their teachers. Their teachers were never taught it. You have to ask yourselves, why would they? As far as the Okinawans were concerned, the Japanese were invaders. You wouldn't want to teach an invader some secret way of making you even more under their power. That's crazy. This is a hell of a technique. Now let me show you. I'll use you, Paul, because you're the biggest, in case you don't know. You can sit down. This occurs many times, this technique occurs many times. It occurs most times every Shotokan karateka starts to do it just here. Why do you do that? Any answers? We were told to. Some people go, but why? Why don't they just go like this? Why is it important to cross the hands? Because it's a technique. There are so many. I'll start with the little techniques and then show you the real killers, okay? The little techniques are again from here. He's bad news to you, so you just do the technique. I'll take him home. It's very easy. Hello, Mum. Even simpler. So simple. You've done it now. Nothing means nothing. Everything means a technique. But let's look at this. This is a classic. This is absolute classic. He's going to kick me, yeah, and I'm stopping like this. And he's such a nice guy, he isn't going to hit me. Do you believe this? No. Do you practice this? Yeah. If you have to, you practice it. Now you know why people don't believe in katas. This means a number of things. We've already seen it's a wrist lock. We've already seen it's a disengagement. It's also a hell of a mean strangle. Now I'll show you a mixture of two things. Sometimes you have people that grab you from behind and try and put your arm up behind your back, like so. Yeah? It can be bad news. The katas tell you how to get out of that. So from here, bring it into your body so that it can't go up any higher. Turn around, bang. There's the first technique. If he's very close, it's empty. But whatever, it's here, across the side of the jaw, gallbladder, the stomach 5 point, and under the ear, triple warmer 17, and to the back, gallbladder 20. The whole lot, bang, in one strike. Now, he might not have let go, particularly if he's got your wrist with both hands. Say you've got your wrist with both hands. Wrist. And to try and twist. They won't necessarily let go straight away. So you turn from here, one strike, bang. Then this is, you can't practice this technique now. From underneath here, up, under. Okay? The kata shows you, if you're a big guy, up, push back, and then strike. Okay? But from here, he can't use these arms anymore, they're locked. I like to go underneath, so I use Nakadaka Ken here, underneath here, and then under, like so. Now, look where my hands are. Look at the position of my hands. They're crossed. What am I going to do now? You're not even going to break fall, because what I'm going to do from here is go here. His hands are here. What part of him is going to hit the floor? His face, that way. And his neck will break. There's no break fall for this. Now can you see the point of being down here? But it doesn't end there. Let's assume I've been nice, and we've done this other technique. We're resting like this, okay? And I've got bang up underneath here, and then I've done makikomi over there, and then from here I do down to the rib cage, diaphragm across here, strangle, tap his out. That's the reason for drop down strangle. Doesn't matter if he hasn't got clothes on, drop down strangle. He can't breathe here or here. Very nasty technique. And that's the nice way. If I've driven him into the floor, his neck's broken anyway. Agiyuki. You all practice Agiyuki, yes? Yeah? Always as a block. This is how it's normally done. Hey, get him right, Mike. Hey, Jordan's here. And then, from here, I'm supposed to hit him before he takes my head off with the other hand. Yes? In whose dream? It is a ludicrous thing to do. Okay, now let's show you what it's for. So you grab here. No, we'll do it for them so they can see. He is now in a real position to hit me. He said, well, you wouldn't do that. Come on, be real. You just go bang. You wouldn't cock your fist up here. Wherever it is, you just hit, okay? Now, if I'm standing this way, this is bad news for me. What does my kata tell me I have to do? This way. Yes? Katas tell you. But also, let's look at Agiyuki. If I can't just get out of the way, I want to do something else. What's the point of doing Agiyuki now? Well, look, if I touch here, or if I hold here, and I pull back because I want to step into my stance to get away from that fist, this is the danger to me. Okay? So I'm going to take this lung 5 point, and as I go back, here, his head will turn round this way. Even if his hand comes out, it can't hit me. Or there's no power to it. Sometimes you can even do that to get the start of the technique, but I don't bother. But from here, now you do your Agiyuki. First down here, then up here. Agiyuki. To the stomach 5 point, which is just there, under the jaw, which is why you have to roll. And let's look at the technique. From here, it's a very fast technique and very painful. It takes this arm out. It always turns the head. Okay, just stand your feet together. 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 Yes. Have you got all your own teeth? Sure, you haven't got anybody else's. Okay, these points here, I'm not going to, this is the point you aim here. There. Yes? All right? It's very easy to knock people out with these. Very easy. Okay? You stand, he just let go. He grabs. As soon as he grabs, you go back away from that. Away from here, down here. Now, I don't want to do this to you, really. Oh, well. Don't kimmate. If you've been on some of my other seminars, you know that's the worst thing to do. Watch, if I do it, I'll do it. Now, I hit that, but he's still there, and I made it strong. That's not the way. From here, that's very different, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah? So don't kimmate, just go through. And when you have done it a couple of times, then you've got to go for speed. So as soon as it comes on there, it's done. It's that fast. The fight should be over. If you look closely at my very pretty face, you'll see a scar underneath there. That scar tells me every time you don't wrestle with people's wrists in a fight, because wrists get slippy and people can kick you. People you haven't even seen. Okay, so I talked about what I know. You do not get into a wrestling match because it will take him a split second to hit you with that hand. You only need this, that, and then you just move back from here, this way down, there, bang. Okay, very bang, and do it. Very fast. But don't ever look down and start wrestling. You haven't time. You should have your mind on everything, so boom, it's done. Okay? So don't wrestle for grips. You must understand that Kyusho is not magic. You don't always get it right. You can't always get anything right. So Kyusho has a number of backups. The actual technique is from the grab down here like this, is if you... And that's it. If he doesn't fall all the way down, then you must do something else. So either you can knock them out with these techniques, and actually I cheated a bit because I didn't just take the lung 5 point, I took the large intestine point on the outside as well, because then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Okay, so I don't say yeah. But if I get this wrong, okay, and he's going to hit me, and I'm going to, like there, whoops, sorry. If I get it, okay, see, because I only took the 1 point, he'll go down, but he won't pass out, although you can see his blood pressure's shot up because of the colour of it now. Okay, so you, on the way down, you bang, and that finishes it. So you understand that you can take them out if you hit very fast, just with this. And if you don't quite do that, then up, into that curl of the jaw, this way, bang, up. So it strikes into that stomach 5 point here, okay? But the technique, if we do it slowly, looks like classical Kihon from here, down here. This hand is trying to come back here in Hikite with this in it. This is the down movement from here and then up. And your legs do the same from back stance up into Zenputsu Dachi. So it's a proper basic Kihon technique and very dangerous. The grab comes in, that head will come straight at you like that and turn. I didn't even lift my arm. If I'd have lifted it, he wouldn't be here. But it's the speed that you do it at, so that he grabs hold, it's done. But I have to stop it here, because to do that would be a dead body. Okay, Yamazuki is a technique from Teki Basai, from here, amongst others. And most people say it's aimed here and here, okay, and here and here. No, it isn't. If you look at other styles versions, they don't have their hands that way, they have them that way. They're slight angles. Let me just show you. Oh, any women? This is very dangerous because it crosses the body and it's a potentially fatal technique. You go for the stomach 15 or 16 point here, and you go for the gallbladder 24 point down here. Okay, now I'll try and show you without doing it properly. I would use Nakadaka Ken, middle knuckle fists, okay, because that will penetrate. But if I just do here, just make yourself fairly strong, okay, that's how you're taught it's to be. But if you do it from here, this way in here, and I'll try and do it gently. Oh, I say, it's very different. It's to shut the heart down. Now I use the other side of the body. Okay, I didn't use the heart side. I don't want you using the heart side. In the kata, boom, boom. It doesn't say you've got a fool that's standing there letting you hit him 3 times. It tells you, okay, one way or the other way is equally effective. But then it tells you that that way is a dangerous way, because that way is stomach here, gallbladder point here, this way. Now, it's also shown in the katas as a big technique like this. But you'll notice that if you look at original katas, they don't have big Shotokan long, low stances. They have higher stances and shorter range technique because of the speed factor involved. If he goes to grapple with me, I just want to do the technique. That's all I want to do. Obviously, if I want to hurt, I will put my hips and body weight in from here, and I'll do it, okay? But you have to learn an explosive kime. To try and give you an example, if I put my fist here, and I just do this, that's one thing. But to do it with the hip, you can see the difference in the penetration. And that's what you must aim for. So this technique, your man just goes to grab like so, you just come in here, Nakadaka Ken. To this point, there are 2, stomach 15 and 16, turn more, just above the line of the nipple, and the gallbladder 24 point down there, okay? In Tai Chi, there's a technique where you use a palm strike, one going across the body and one screwing into the body. You have similar techniques in Shotokan which do that. You've got to take it this way in. Okay? I don't happen to like those on the inside of the body here because I'm a firm believer in making me safe. Okay? So I want to come in with something even worse if I'm in here. But this is quite a good safe technique. As he goes to grab, you just put your knuckles here and here. Now all I want you to do to start with is decide which leg you're going in with, and as you step in, just push, and you can see the reaction on your partner. Here. Now, here's another point. You're getting all the good stuff today. In the katas, it looks as if these are done together. You see a lot of techniques that look as if they're done like these together. They are not done together. They're done together for safety. You watch the difference. If I'm doing this, that's together. If I'm doing this, there's a lot of difference. They look together, they're not. I set up here first before I strike to the point up here. Just a fraction of a second before. But this, I'm going to do it not with Nakadaka Ken, I'm going to do it with my ordinary hands. So as the